Hi everybody, it's Mixed with Zay again. So, usually in classes and things like that, you will hear people talk about taking 3 luxury items with you. So I should point out that I am currently a PhD student and I will not be taking a break during my AT hike. However, I will be in the middle of my dissertation and done with classes. So I'm already planning on taking a satellite phone, mostly for emergencies, because I feel like you should always be prepared for the worst, no matter what happens. And along with that, I will be taking a Wi-Fi satellite box. It weighs, I believe, 2 ounces. It fits in your pocket, but I'll need to be able to have internet access in order to upload papers. And I will do that. At this point, I have a really light laptop. I may stay with that, or I may choose to do something else. At this point, I haven't decided. However, because of that, I want to kind of go light on what I would consider to be my luxury items. Now, at first, I thought about taking a stack of cards. The problem is, if you lose a card, all you have to do is lose 1 card, and then you can't play anymore. You also have the problem of, one person knows how to play this, another person knows how to play that. Maybe nobody wants to play cards. So what I thought of is going ahead and doing a travel Tic Tac Toe case. Now you can buy these for $5 or $10. However, mine cost me basically $1.50 to make. So I picked this up, it is a gift card box from Michael's Arts and Crafts store. I like the owls. They don't say anything about birthdays or anything else on it. You could also use like a Sucrets case to do this. My concern with a Sucrets or an Altoids case would be that I am not certain that it is long enough, or maybe I should say wide enough. You would probably have to get smaller magnets than what I have. Now, the magnets that I use, I get them at the craft store, but I like these ceramic ones that are already on a button. They seem to hold much better, and they also stick much better to objects. I do not get them adhesive. I use hot glue to put them on. So again, I got this. It cost me, I think it was $1.29. And then all I did inside here was I went ahead and I drew a Tic Tac Toe board with a permanent marker. I may end up going over this again, maybe with nail polish, which I'll have to worry less about it coming off. And then what I did was I took some buttons and magnets that I had laying around, and I basically made a marker. These with an orange button. They just have a magnet here on the back. And the other ones I have with a green button. I had these laying around from crafts. Now, if you're doing a tic-tac-toe board, what you need to think about is there are 9 spaces. You have no idea who's going first. So you want to have 5 of each color. So a total of 10. And then basically, if we want to play, we just go ahead and we, mark our spots in here to play tic-tac-toe. Now, and then when they're being stored, the nice thing is that when you're talking about magnets, you don't have to worry as much about a player losing them, because they'll actually stick to each other while you're not playing. And then I apologize. So when you are playing, so even if it falls over, say off of a rock, it's going to fall like this. So it'll be a lot easier to see. And then when you're not playing, all you have to do is put them in here. They won't fall out because they're all magnets, and put on your lid. It is a little heavy, obviously, because there are magnets in it. However, I also feel like that this can be repurposed if you need to. Say you drop a screw or something else. Well, you can pull out your handy dandy magnet and you can go ahead and, pull that out. You can see how strong these magnets are. This is why I like them better than the flexible ones. It's because they do have a lot more pull. And the other thing is you can also double up, and you can use this to hold your ID, to hold anything else. And if you have this size box, and I've even thought about doing it here, is that if I stack the magnets on top of each other, I can probably go ahead and also get a deck of cards in there if I want. And to show you an example, I have this really great game. I believe it's sitting right over here. I got these on clearance at the Lion's Den. However, keep in mind that they are generally for an appropriate audience. But it's called Ladies' Night. And so it's kind of like 20 questions. So you sit there and basically you read this out loud. Everybody votes on who that person is, and then whoever gets 10 cards first wins, which could be fun when you're sitting around a campfire with a bunch of people you don't know, and you can see what people think of other people just looking at them. So for an example, which player would make the best Tinkerbell? See, it's something, I mean, like I said, for the most part, they are appropriate questions. I will say, for the most part, they're okay for a younger audience. And now, these actually, there are a lot of cards in here, so I couldn't fit all the cards. This is like half of them, but I could fit them in here with this. And I would have to move that down a little. But even if I move that there, then I can go ahead and this will still fit in here. The only thing that I really have to think about is that I will probably want to put a rubber band around this. The magnets are helping somewhat to keep this down, but I don't know how well it would hold going into a bag. But again, a rubber band could be used for 100 different things, so having a rubber band around it may help you in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this post, and I hope I've given you some ideas about different things to do for your luxury items. I'll see you later.